Today we get wild in Auckland, New Zealand. Foraging for wild food. Who doesn't need to reduce the food bill? Dodging wild weather, encountering some wild inky creatures, and watching daredevil paragliders as we explore highlights of the amazing city of sails. I'm Alison, a vet who loves cats and dogs. And this is Graham, avid fisherman and hunter-gatherer. We are pet sitters, explorers, and digital nomads. And together we make up Vet Around the World. Travelling to new places, having fun, meeting amazing animals, pets and people. Come along with us and join the adventure. While enjoying some delicious Mediterranean food one sunny afternoon, we researched some Auckland highlights we wanted to explore so that we were ready to be up and at 'em on the road first thing the next morning. We chose North Head, one of 48 dormant volcanoes around Auckland. Imagine living in a nest of sleeping volcanoes. During World Wars I and II, a complex of tunnels, guns, searchlights and other fortifications were built in this hill, making it a formidable fortress overlooking the harbour. Today, North Head is a place of heritage and recreation, where people can learn about the history and culture of this land. The brave and daring paragliders are also there, anticipating the updrafts from an upcoming storm front. Takeoff is the most dangerous part. Our hearts are in our mouths. Will he collide with the tree?
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the riding away.
As the airy fabric canopy fills, these paragliders take the leap into the realm of wind and sky.
I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
Soaring above the land and sea, feeling the wind and the freedom. Their spiralling, gliding motion mimicking the aerial acrobatics of the gulls. These paragliders have chosen a spectacular place to fly, soaring aloft over the harbour while dark cumulus clouds tower in the distance. Our travels then took us along the water's edge, past the yacht club and aquarium, where we pulled over to watch in awe as the ominous black clouds rolled through, creating some dramatic contrast between sky and city. Luckily, Auckland is the city of 4 seasons in one day. So once the dramatic storm front passed, leaving us a rainbow promise of an azure sky, we headed off to Music Point, after a refreshing beverage at Bucklands Beach. In 1937, a flying boat landed in Auckland, carrying a famous American pilot named Ed Music. He was a pioneer of international air travel, and his arrival marked a new era of communication and connection for New Zealand. A radio station was built there to facilitate long-range transmissions, vital for communicating with ships and aircraft, especially during World War II. Our exploration around the point led us to a wild mushroom discovery, which would inspire a foraging mission the following day. However, the fading light reminded us that squid fishing is more productive at night, when the lights attract a multitude of baitfish. So back to the yacht club we went, a location renowned for plenty of egging action. Egging is a type of fishing technique originating in Japan. It uses specialised lures called eggy that resemble shrimps, and they are cast and retrieved in an erratic jerking motion. Now, don't you agree that squid are the most wild alien creatures? Mind that ink! Deep fried calamari, squid ink pasta. Is your mouth watering yet? Once the harbour bridge lit up the water, Graham skillfully landed a decent sized squid. Everyone wanted a taste. Over our squiddy meal, we recollected the mushroom discovery, so made a plan for an urban foraging mission. We downloaded the Seek app to help us identify what we were finding and where to look.
So what's today's mission?
Oh, another forage, see what's about. Yeah, we've got these things in the past called woodies, and they grow on logs. Really where it's sort of bush and sort of foresty. It needs to be wet, moist. Yeah, so spring through till late summer, and yeah, down this way here. It says there are some down at the park, so we're going to go and see if the app is correct, and there are some down there. Come with us.
Our first find of the day is kawakawa, a native plant of New Zealand that has many uses in traditional and modern medicine, along with other applications. The leaves can be brewed into a herbal tea for digestive support and made into a refreshing drink with other herbs or sweetened with honey. The leaves can also be applied topically as a poultice to heal wounds. The fruits are also edible, although chewing them may leave your tongue feeling numb, and the twigs can be burned as an insect repellent. The leaves with caterpillar holes in them are the best to harvest. Tahuna Torea is a sandbank and wetland reserve in the Tamaki estuary, a key shorebird sanctuary for oyster catchers, stilts, terns, godwits and dotterels.
We go in to where it's sort of a bit wet, and they don't like lots of sunlight, so we find a damp place. Straight away we found some. So we've gone literally less than 50 yards or 50 metres along here, and it's just kind of quite damp in here. We come in. These are all wood ears. G'day.
The Chinese settlers of New Zealand used wood ear mushrooms for food, especially for adding a crunchy, chewy texture to soups and stir-fries. They also exported the dried fungus to China, where it was in high demand.
So which ones are the best to collect?
It's still very early in the season. It's normally from spring through till late summer is when they're ready, but these are, so yeah, here's a decent sized one.
Wood ear mushrooms were the first commercial sale of edible fungi in New Zealand, initiated by a Taranaki merchant named Chu Chong in the 1870s. He paid the locals to bring him the fungus, which they harvested from dead trees in lowland forests. The export of wood ear mushrooms continued until the 1950s, when it became cheaper to import them from Taiwan. Today, wood ear mushrooms are mostly imported from China, but a small quantity is grown in New Zealand for the domestic market. Rose hips on the side of the path are the next discovery. Did you know roses had fruit? Rose hip tea is made from steeping rose hips in hot water. It has a tart and fruity flavour and can be sweetened with honey or sugar. Rose hip tea is rich in vitamin C and antioxidants.
Food all around us.
What have you found?
It's a bay leaf, or a bay tree. In fact, there's a hedge. Thousands of them. You pay a couple of bucks for a few leaves at the supermarket. Just got to look outside the supermarket.
Bay leaves are a common spice that can add a subtle and aromatic flavour to soups, stews, sauces and meat dishes. They are usually added whole or crumbled during cooking and removed before serving. They can be used to make tea.
What have we got here?
All of this produce was within probably 300 metres, 500 metres at the most from our house. And the reason why they're called woodies was they look like ears.
Don't forget to wash your foraging finds. Here, Graham is picking off the rose hips and brewing rose hip tea. Rose hip tea is full of vitamin C and has a lovely sour taste. Add a bit of lemon or some honey according to your taste. While the tea is brewing, we wash the wood ears and then cut off the tougher stem. Wood ears are best used the same day as harvest. They do not keep well. Blanch them in boiling water and strain. Our wood ear mushroom and oyster sauce recipe is in the description below. Chop a selection of stir-fry veggies. Lightly saute strips of beef and set aside. Sweat a tablespoon of Thai red curry paste in oil. Add the veggies. Then some garlic. And a tablespoon of tamarind for a nice tart tang. Then add a generous helping of oyster sauce, some pre-cooked noodles, the wood ears cut into strips, and the beef that was set aside. Next we add some peanuts and stir through. Serve once heated through and enjoy.
Slightly chewy texture, but a nice earthy taste. It fits quite nicely with a little hum of chilli and the oyster sauce.
For hundreds of years, people lived off the land with what they could forage. So we are on a personal journey to rediscover the ancient paths rather than the aisles of the supermarket. There is a wealth of knowledge that others can share. Connect with a local foraging group to learn more. We hope you have enjoyed this wild adventure with us. Next week, we are in Tutukaka, one of our favourite places in the world, with a happy dog, 2 Tonkinese cats, and the most beautiful beaches. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see what we get up to next. A reminder, we are not professional foragers or botanists. Do not eat any wild foods that you have foraged without being fully sure that you have identified them correctly and that they are safe to eat.